Hey everyone, this is going to be a quick, about 15 minutes sculpt class. So I always recommend that you warm up a little bit, whether it's you went on a hike or a run or a little walk around the neighborhood, or maybe just go through some sun salutations before you start these. I always like to have blocks at the front of my mat just in case. And then if you want to add to your stock of workout gear, I recommend a band because it accesses all sorts of things and also puts more resistance on some of these moves if you're ready for that. So come to a standing position at the back of your mat. Start to tuck your hips in. Ground your feet. You can rock back and forth just to feel that whole foot muscle. Spread those toes out. Start to tuck your hips in a little bit. Roll those shoulders down your back. Gaze forward. Inhale your hands up over your head. Exhale. Inhale, hands up over your head. Drop your left hand and slightly jet out that hip on the right side. Inhale, your hands up over your head, other side, dropping your right. Feel that bicep by your ear, rolling that shoulder back. You're not hunching over. Inhale your hands up, exhale your hands to heart. Inhale your hands up, exhale forward fold, hinging at your hips, straight back. Fold forward, halfway lift, inhale, you can bend those knees if you want. On the exhale, down to your next forward fold, and just kind of meet your chest right where it wants to be, so you don't have to curve your spine too much. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, hands to mat, walk forward into your plank position. So take a minute to get into this plank, bringing your belly button up to your spine, bracing your core. Your feet are about hip width apart, or maybe a little more. Your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. Your gaze is forward towards the top of your mat. Breathing in, strong through your legs, pushing through your hands, pushing through your fingertips. Breathe in here. One more big breath here. Exhale. You're gonna bring your right knee to your right elbow and then back again and switch to your left. So we're just gonna walk it out slow here. This is not a quick move. We're still warming up a little bit, but you should quickly start to heat up. So just keep that same shape, still tucking those hips, still bracing at that core. You're still looking forward on your mat, and you're just coming towards each elbow. One more on each side. Go ahead and bring your knees down. Sit back on your heels. Take a breath here. Inhale, back up to tabletop. Tuck your toes, and you're gonna push through your hands and strong through those heels all the way back for a straight spine. Let that head hang. Go ahead and walk it out here for a moment. Take a breath, and then you're gonna inhale that right leg up to a three-legged dog, and you're gonna crunch forward just like we were doing, then kick it back. Then you're gonna switch your legs. So left high, roll forward, tap that left elbow, kick back, tap down, right up, crunch into that right elbow, kick back. You're really strong in your hands and your fingers. You're keeping that straight spine. Left. Inhale on that rise up. And just keep breathing with it. Kick strong through the heel when you're kicking up. So left leg, left elbow, kick strong through that heel. We're gonna do one more on each side. Kick back. Breathing, kick back. So go ahead and find a good downward facing dog. Really, you can always fan your hands out a little bit. So your thumbs are leading at the top of your mat. Really feeling that space between your shoulder blades. And then we're gonna roll forward back into our tabletop and kick back into that downward facing dog. Roll forward, bring those lower abdomens in. Make sure that those ribs are tucked in, your lower ribs. Bracing at that core, pushing strong through those arms. You're just coming to a hover and pushing right back into the exhale. 3, 2, 1. Come to that hover. Again with your tabletop, make sure those shoulders are right over the wrists. Push through those fingertips. You're hovering here. Really think about bringing that belly in, bracing at the core. And we're gonna tap and hover. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and kick all the way back into that downward facing dog. We're gonna roll through our spine here, coming into plank. So you're in your downward facing dog. Start to think about that vertebrae stacking as you roll. But you're gonna come up on those tippy toes. Start to roll up high hips, and then as you straighten out into your plank, think about stacking the vertebrae. Turbocharge your dog, so push yourself back with your arms. Heels high, hips high, roll through here. Not here for long, so 3, bring that pelvis in, that lower abdomen. 2, 1. Roll forward into your plank and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those knees down. I know. Sit back on those heels again. Whew. Take a breath. Rise back up. Bring your hands in a little more narrow this time. You're gonna squeeze your elbows in. You're staying kind of in the tabletop with your upper body, and we're just gonna squeeze those elbows in, and you're gonna come into a tricep push-up. So squeezing your elbows in, this is gonna isolate your chest and your triceps. You're just looking towards that mat, squeezing up, your elbows are tucked in, your abs are tucked in, those lower ribs tucked in. Seems to be a theme, doesn't there? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to hover with this last one at a 90 degree. So you're basically in a chaturanga here, and you're just gonna pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push all the way back, sit on those heels again. Take a breath. Come back up. We're gonna come to a seated position here. So go ahead and find those sit bones. You're gonna bring your feet out in front of you. And then we're gonna gently roll down to the mat. Bring your feet up to 90 degrees. Make sure your whole back is connected. Pull your shoulders away from your ears if you can. And then bring everything in towards the mat. Flexing your feet. You're gonna put your hands behind your head and come to a hover. So your chin is up, pointed towards the ceiling. Your arms are out, chest up. And then we're gonna just tap. You're keeping your leg in the same form. Tap or hover that heel. Make sure your lower back stays connected. So if it's leaving the mat, you're going to just hover to the point of where you're not losing that connection, and breathing through this. So just keep bringing it in to a hover or a tap, switching it out. Think about those lower abs activating. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm going to extend my right foot. I'm going to have my right shoulder go towards my left knee, still thinking about my focus going up towards the ceiling. And then I'm going to pulse the straight flexed right leg as I crunch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch your legs, kick out that left, come to that crunch, pulse it up. You're thinking about that gaze going up towards the sky, the ceiling. 10, 9, 8, flex those feet. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and hug in both knees. You can take a minute, rock back and forth. And then I'm going to bring everything out, my hands, my feet, flexing them, and everything in. Everything out, everything in. So you're kind of bringing that whole lower abs up to a crunch. 7, 6, breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, this plant's getting 1, crunch in again. Bring your feet up straight ahead of you, or if you need a bent knee, that's okay too. And we're just gonna point our tippy toes this time. You can put your hands by you for support, and we're just gonna go up and down. Again, if that back starts to leave, then that's when you're coming up. You don't want to lose connection with the mat. 5, 4, think about those lower abs, or maybe try not to think about them. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and give yourself another hug here for a sec. And then we're gonna bring our feet back up and out. So you're still connected, your abs are really in, your hands are by your side, and you're gonna squeeze your inner thighs in. So this is an abductor and adductor workout, because your inner thigh and outer thigh, because you're gonna squeeze in and resist on the way out. So keep that connection with the mat and just bring it up. If you want a little extra here, you can bring your hands to a hover. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring your knees in. Go ahead and rock and roll until you're coming up to a seated position that's comfortable. Take a deep breath. Inhale your hands up over your head. Exhale, twist over to your right side. Bring that hand behind you for support. Inhale your hands to center. Exhale to your left. Go ahead and inhale your hands center. Bring them behind your back. You're going to place your fingers so they're pointed out away from you. We're going to extend our feet, flexing those feet again, and then you're going to push yourself up into a reverse plank. So your shoulders are still right over those wrists in this move. Your head and your neck are still aligned with your spine, so you're gazing up towards the ceiling. Your pelvis is coming up, your glutes are supporting you, your lower back, just like a reverse, just like a regular plank. It definitely is working some different muscles more, but still working all of the muscles. That's why the plank is so popular. And it gives you that core strength that you need to support your back and your abs. So squeeze here, squeeze those glutes up. 3, 2, 1. Gently let your glutes come back down, keeping that flex in your feet. You can pull your glute meat out of the way so you're coming with a straight spine, sitting forward in your staff position. We're going to inhale up our arms and exhale, fold forward. So here's a good time where if you have even a band or anything, you can use this too for this. It just gives you that little extra space you might need to keep a straight spine. So hinging at the hips And then you pull yourself forward. And then once you feel that hinge, you can exhale, forward fold, and start to round your spine if you want it. You can grab your feet, start to pedal it out. Really feel what you need that day. As always, don't do it just because it's on the video, do it because it feels good. Inhale, my hands up, my biceps, and then we're gonna take our right foot, place it on that inner thigh. Inhale your bicep, your arms up, excuse me. Exhale that hand over that foot on the left side. And then we're gonna come up again. You're gonna drop that right hand behind you and you're gonna squeeze up, pushing through those hips, turning this into a slight back bend there. Open up your chest, bring that left hand behind you and gaze up to the ceiling. Come back down, find that left foot, open it up, inhale, exhale, come back down. One more, inhale, up, open it up. Go ahead and come back down, switch out your feet. So left foot is going to come on that inner thigh, biceps by ears, exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward on that right side. Inhale, push up on those hips. Exhale, come back down. Find that foot. Inhale, push up. Feel your chest opening up. Open it up by drawing that right arm back. Pushing your pelvis slightly forward. Your back is supporting you here. Exhale, foot, fold, open it up. Come back down, come to a comfortable seated position, and you're welcome to do another video or keep moving with it, but thank you for joining me today. Have a great day.